Assalamu alaikum, how are you? Hopefully everyone will be enjoying good health and welcome to this video tutorial. In this video we are going to learn about viruses. As viruses are very famous these days, especially due to the new coronavirus which has been named COVID-19. So let's first learn about what are viruses and what are their characteristics, what are their qualities. So this is what we have to learn in today's lesson. First of all, if we talk about the virus, the question is, are viruses living or non-living? So biologists consider viruses to be non-living and living as well. There are certain characteristics which put them in the living category, and there are certain characteristics which put them in the non-living category. Why the biologists consider viruses to be non-living? There are certain reasons for that. For example, they don't have cells, or they itself are not cells. So that is why we can say they are non-livings, because the living things have cells. Now, they don't grow or respond to their surroundings. Surroundings don't affect them. They don't respond to the surroundings. They cannot make food. They cannot take food in or produce waste. This is another characteristics of the living things. We have already discussed in detail about the characteristics of the living and non-living things. So one of the characteristics of the living thing is living things can take the food, can produce the waste. So viruses cannot do. So that's why we can say they are in the non-living category. And viruses don't respond to a stimuli. So that's why they are also non-living. They can only multiply if they are in another living cell. It means outside the cell they will entirely behave like the non-living. They can't do anything. So that's why if we are able to stop them to enter within the cell, then viruses are not harmful. So let's learn in detail about the structure and what the viruses are. Right now on your screen you can see the definition that viruses are non-cellular particles made of genetic material and protein that can invade living cells. So their existence is within the living cells. They are actually the coat of protein which try to enter in the living cells so that they will be able to multiply. Virus was discovered in 1897 by Pejring, coined the Latin name virus was given by him. The meaning of the word virus is poison. So it means they are harmful to the living things as poison. In 1935, another type of the virus was discovered, which was given the name as tobacco mosaic virus by Wendell Stanley. So the virus discovered by them are made of the nucleic acid and protein. He was the first one to say that the virus are made of protein and nucleic acids. Then later on in also in 1796, smallpox or chickenpox virus was discovered, and its vaccine was made that can, now we can say that smallpox has been eradicated in the world today. Almost the world is free from the smallpox virus. If we talk about the size of the virus, viruses are very small. You can say in all uh, the microorganism, in all they are the smallest. They are very small. They are smaller than the smallest cell. That is why they are able to enter in the cell and they can invade a cell. In their characteristics, they are non-living structure. They have non-living structure. They are non-cellular. They contain a protein coat called capsid. They have nucleic acid core, contain DNA or RNA. They have one or the other. They can't have both. They're capable of reproducing only when inside a host cell. When they will be inside a living body, then they will be able to invade otherwise they are unable to invade. Now, next characteristic about them is some viruses are enclosed in a protective envelope, while some viruses may have spikes to help attach to the host cell. Most viruses infect only the specific host cell. I mean, they target a specific host cell. For example, like HIV virus, Ebola virus, and now currently COVID-19 virus. So they have their own specific characteristics which can affect a certain part of the body or certain organ of the body. So they invade a certain cell and take the control of that cell, and then they will be able to multiply them. They can cause many illness like uh, a type of cancer, leukemia, measles. They are caused by the viruses. Uh, they can cause many other diseases also. They have different structure and different shapes. That is why scientists are unable till now to make perfect medicine for the viruses. They are unusual and different from other things in the nature. They come in a variety of shapes. Like some may be a helical shape, like Ebola virus is a helical shape. Some may be polyhedral shapes, like influenza virus, and others have more complex shape, like bacteriophagus. So there are many other types of the viruses as well. So this is what we have the basic knowledge about the virus in this lesson. Hopefully you understand and enjoyed the lessons. See you next time. Well, goodbye.